Hey guys, welcome into this segment from our full-length The Onside Kick podcast. In order to get the full podcast, go down to the description, go to Blog Talk Radio / The Onside Kick to download the full thing. Enjoy, everybody.
This podcast is brought to you by Most Valuable Podcasts, leading the league in podcasting entertainment.
What's up, everybody? Ricky Widmer here, along with the Mark Weber.
Dub them east.
And welcome into podcast numero dos for the Onside Kick this week. And if you're on YouTube, hey YouTubes, you can see my beautiful face and Mark's beautiful face. But if you're on Blog Talk Radio, you're like, whoa, we got 2 podcasts this week.
Yeah, we dubbed them podcasts.
We did. We dubbed them E's every week. Now we dubbed the podcast. And we talked about coaches. So if you haven't listened to our first podcast, go listen to that one before or after you listen to this one, because obviously you're going to finish this podcast first because it's the one you clicked on. But we're going to be talking about a jam-packed show. This is going to be more like the traditional 4-topic podcast show with some different kind of thoughts with the NFL. Going to talk Charger move, going to talk possible Raider move, going to talk NFL draft with Deshaun Watson, and then we're going to talk about the Pacific Professional Football League. And if you don't know what that is, stay tuned. You'll find out. But let's talk about these Chargers, Mark. And the San Diego Chargers, the Los Angeles Chargers, are now going to L.A. I'm gonna just be frank with it. Can the Chargers survive in L.A.? Can they survive? I will survive. I will survive.
I don't think so. You know, you guys, if you listen to the podcast often, you know I'm a little critical of the Los Angeles market for football.
But you love the Chargers.
I do. I like the Chargers. I think they should perform a lot better than they do every year.
Which I found funny because on Twitter, you made the tweet of, hey, if the Bears ever left, I don't know what I would do. And you said, well, I might become a Titans fan, which my second thought was, don't you mean the Chargers would have been your team?
No, they disappoint me every year.
Go Chargers, go.
They disappoint me all the time. I think that right now, the Chargers are in a weird position. Don't take this number too seriously here, but on Facebook, within like an hour of changing the name, they lost 45,000 likes, or something close to that number was the stat that I saw. People are not happy about this San Diego Chargers move. And it's not just the fact that they're moving to LA, which is 3 hours away, roughly. It is the fact that they just said, oh, by the way, yeah, we're going to LA, and here's our new logo, and we changed the name, and the website's different. They literally just ripped the Band-Aid off and said, all right, we're done. We're moving.
I never looked at the website today. I'm going to see. It still says San Diego Chargers when you search it, but, and it says breaking news, Chargers relocate to
there you go.
LA. But it just says Chargers. I don't see anything with the new logo.
They have, that new logo is not official as well. They made a point about that because everyone hated it. That they're like, no, that's just for marketing purposes.
It's one of those things where it's like, hey, we're going to put out the new logo. They put out the new logo. Everyone hates it. No, guys, it's not official. It's not official.
We're still working on it. Don't worry.
It's a work in progress.
Here's my thing for the Chargers is that they pissed everybody off. They pissed off everybody in San Diego. They pissed off a lot of fans all over the place.
You want to know what they basically did? They basically did the Homer Simpson from the Simpsons movie where it's
kind of.
This is what they did, just going down the sinkhole.
Well, so much so that, which funny that you're flicking off the world here, because they were saying that people were literally just driving by
and just flipping
Charger
the bird.
Park, flicking them off, honking the horns. Because people were just pissed off in San Diego.
And that's a thing where, let's get into that. I know that the whole topic of the segment here is, can they survive? Which I believe the question is, we'll wait and see. Really the clock is boom. It's accelerated for the Chargers now because you got to be better than the Rams.
Yeah.
Who is going to be first to get to that playoffs? And USC. I forgot. They might beat both of them to the playoff. But one of the things I didn't think of until I saw your tweet is, now football with me, it wouldn't really affect me. I made the thought of, before a team moved to LA and everyone was like, there were some talks, oh, maybe the Vikings move. I kind of thought, you know what, if they move to LA, then it would be like, you know what, I'm a Bears fan. Because it's like,
Because
LA,
you're here.
Well, LA's way too far, and it's like, you know what? It's one of those things where I don't want to cheer for a team that's all the way on the West Coast. Like, Minnesota, I still feel like it's still like me. Like I'm a Midwestern guy. It's still a Midwest kind of a team. They're in the Midwest. It's a Midwest team, although I'm in Chicago, they're in Minnesota. So football wouldn't affect me, but like if the Bulls moved, or if the Cubs moved, I'd be if the Cubs moved out of Wrigley, I'd be even if they
You
moved,
wouldn't be
like,
a Sox fan.
I'd be devastated. I wouldn't be a Sox fan.
No, you wouldn't be able to do it.
No, I wouldn't.
I think actually I came to that kind of same thought today where I was like, well, if the Sox, I think if the Sox moved, I could maybe become a Cubs fan.
Well, yeah, because we're winning.
Right now, it'd be easy to do, right? But no, I have enough family that are Cubs fans and stuff like that. It'd be an easy switch.
And you got a friend that's a
you're
Cub
okay.
fan. Yeah, just the co-host.
You're all right. We're workplace acquaintances.
Don't want to make Dave jealous. Dave's still my best friend.
There you go. And I think about things like the Bulls and stuff, and I don't watch a lot of basketball.
Because we're best friends.
But for the Bulls, like the Bulls watch, I just would not watch basketball anymore. I wouldn't. I don't watch basketball enough right now either. I would just stop.
I think if my teams moved, if the Cubs moved, and I'm saying like out of the state of Illinois,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of teams that I would root for. I might like become a.
That's the problem.
I don't
it's
even
hard.
know. Like it's one of those. I wouldn't be a Yankee fan. That's for sure.
There's nobody around that you can be a fan of. You know, because of the fact that you already hate most of those teams. It's like if the Bears left, I'm not going to cheer for an NFC North team. I can't. I hate them. I hate all of them. And I hate the Bears now, too, because they're in San Diego or
with
wherever.
football, if I had to change fandoms, I'd be a Titan fan. Just because I've always had an affinity for the Titans.
You like Nissan Stadium. There's a lot of cars all over the place.
No. It's not that. It's just I've had an affinity with them because they were really the first team I rooted for in a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl they played against the Rams, that was the first team I really rooted for in a Super Bowl. So I had that connect. Like I've always had that connection with the Titans. And then that next year when like the Madden game when Eddie George was on the cover, I always played as the Titans with Steve.
And
Steve
fun
McNair.
fact about Tennessee and their teams, the only stadiums that are not Chicago stadiums that I've been to, Tennessee teams. Predators. I went there.
Oh, you did?
Yep, and Nissan Stadium.
I drove past. I didn't go in. I want to one day because it's beautiful. But I drove around the Tennessee Volunteer Stadium. That looks like it's a beautiful stadium.
Yeah. I was through Vanderbilt as well, but they're not a good team.
No,
so
they're not. Well,
we don't need to talk about Vanderbilt.
of course they're not a good team. They produced Jay Cutler, right?
Hey, he is the pride of Vanderbilt.
The pride of Vanderbilt. But we're getting back to the Chargers, though, because people are probably like, guys, talk about the Chargers.
No, they're all probably saying, fuck the Chargers.
I was not expecting this to happen today.
So suddenly.
Well, it happened,
well.
I should say, Wednesday, as we were recording this podcast Thursday night, almost Friday morning. And I didn't expect it to happen. Like, I was sitting next to Sean. He goes, well, the Chargers are going to L.A. I went, oh, fuck, what?
Yeah, right?
What's going on? Oh, shit, that just happened.
It felt sneaky, didn't it? It felt like out of nowhere they're just like, by the way, we're going to LA.
It kind of reminds me of a less sneaky way the Colts left Baltimore.
Yeah.
Because think of that. When they left Baltimore, middle of the night, no one knew about it. They just packed the trucks and went off to Indy. And then you woke up in the morning and it's like, hey, where's
your football team's going?
Where's the football team?
Yeah. Here's the problem for the Chargers is they pissed everybody off. And yes, people are going to go. There's a lot of people right now that are saying, fuck it, I'm done with the NFL. Those people will come back. They will probably still watch football. There are very few people who will legitimately not watch football anymore. But the problem is you're moving to a very competitive market. And I'm going to get into something about that market soon enough. But the Cowboys have a big base in LA. The Raiders. LA is Raiders territory. It really is. But the Rams were there for a year now, too. They came back. They came back to LA, so people were excited. The Chargers spent one single season in LA, and then they left because they couldn't compete. And they then spent 55 years in San Diego. They were loved in San Diego, the 12th biggest market I believe it's 12th. It might be a little bit off.
Well,
the 12th biggest market in the United States.
They didn't have anybody to compete with either.
No, they did not. And now they are, yes, in LA, which is like I think the second or third biggest market. Might even be the first. But they're competing with like 4 other teams. And you're not that good of a team. The Cowboys are much better. And I know the Cowboys is a little bit of a reach, but they do have a strong base in LA. But the Raiders are suddenly a really good team as well.
And that's what I was going to bring up. LA is neither going to be Ram or Charger country. It's Raider country.
And here's the worst thing about it. We're going to talk about the Raiders possibly moving to Las Vegas soon. But even if they move to Las Vegas, it's a close drive. It's still like the same distance. So people are going to say, well, I'll just go to Vegas. Why not? And the thing about the LA market, they did not have a team. So they get the best games of the NFL all the time because the NFL's also been trying to cultivate that fan base. So they've been getting such great games. And now what do they get to watch? The Rams and the Chargers, two of the worst teams in the NFL.
Well, and you know what? If I'm a football fan in Los Angeles, you know what I'm thinking right now?
Red zone?
No, I'm not thinking that. I'm thinking, well, shit, I get to go to a Raider game this season. Because the Raiders are going to play the Chargers
at some
in
point.
Los Angeles.
That'll be the game of the Chargers that sells out.
Like, shit, we get...
And they're $30,000.
Like, it's just going to be all Raider fans.
And they're, 30,000 person stadium that they're going to play in this year. So I don't know. It just, to me...
Well, they're going to play in Carson until the stadium's done.
Yeah, that's correct. To me, it's just like, it doesn't work well. Chargers are getting in late. So LA went from having 0 teams and they failed to support
to 2.
teams.
Who do they think they are? New York?
Now they have 2. And it's just like I don't see it working because it has never worked. And things are different now, and I get that. But I still stand by the fact that LA is a transplant city. People already have the team they're a fan of. People are going to be upset now that they have to watch crappy teams play instead of good teams, which they've been watching good teams. Whichever one of these teams makes it to the playoffs first, that's the team that wins, and the other one's screwed. And I think that the Rams probably will do it. Yeah,
the
probably.
Trojans.
Yeah. But I think the Rams will get to the NFL playoffs before the Los Angeles
I thought we were talking about football
Chargers do. We're not talking. We're talking about bad football teams, not good football teams.
And I mean, they're going to even have to maybe compete with. I know it's going to be different seasons, but hey, man, we could have some Pacific Professional Football League fans out there.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. That's for sure.
Yeah, we could have the PPFL.
Fans. PPFL. Everybody loves that PPFL.
But I mean, to put the kibosh on the Chargers segment, I mean, this was utterly shocking to me. Like the Rams move last year, okay, saw it coming. Did I think it would happen? No, but I at least saw it coming. This was a holy shit. Like,
well, the Chargers kept teasing that they were going to stay.
Trying to get a new stadium, and it's like, no, we love San Diego, and it's like, wow, they moved? Really?
I think that they just burned so many bridges, and you know, even though the Colts are a good team and the Colts have gotten a lot of success for Indianapolis, and the Ravens have gotten plenty of success.
Phillip Rivers too.
Yeah, the Ravens have had plenty of success in Baltimore, but people in Baltimore still feel that pain.
Do you think? Okay, I'm gonna throw this out there. Do you think that now that San Diego? Do you think that the NFL, either if we see another expansion team, that they go back to San Diego, much like the Oilers? They left, went to Tennessee, became the Titans. Then, boom, the Houston
and of
Texans.
course Cleveland.
And Cleveland leave. They go to Baltimore, boom. Then we get the Cleveland Browns back. Do we see that happen? Or now does it become teams who want to relocate, instead of us talking about London, does it go, well, San Diego's there?
I don't know. Well, San Diego makes sense because when you look at markets, it's like the 12th biggest market in the U.S.
And they got loyal fans.
Yeah. And it's one of those things where it's like, I don't understand leaving that. They had a lot of things going for them. You know, they've been there for 55 years. They've been there for a long-ass time. They spent 1 year in L.A. It doesn't work for me. It's a team that...
Over double my lifetime.
Right? You you're walking in with this new head coach. You walked into LA without a head coach, first of all. You have Phillip Rivers, who says he's going to retire. Please fucking do it. I would love to see the fallout of that. Just because not to be a person who wants to watch the world burn, but it would be fun.
Or watch the
case.
West Coast burn, basically.
Yeah. So you're coming in the situation where it's not the exciting team, because at least the Rams have a young quarterback. You have Phillip Rivers, who's going to retire in a year or two, if he doesn't retire now. I don't think he's made a comment on the LA move yet, at least not that I've seen. So it's just not an exciting. They're not the exciting team, and the Rams already have a year on you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see this city, who has not ever successfully supported an NFL team in the long term. I don't see them suddenly supporting two, and I think the Rams will win the battle because they've already have a little bit of a basis there, and it's not like it's a 15-minute drive. This isn't the San Francisco 49ers moving to Santa Clara. This is a long drive for people in San Diego to make. I don't think that many of their fans are going to stick around. And now San Diego, they're going to get to watch better games.
And the one thing I am seeing, and of course it's from TMZ Sports.
Of course.
But apparently Sean Merriman, ex-Charger, came out with...
Oh, I love his tweet.
Well, he came out with a video. Did you see the video?
Oh, no, just his tweet.
Where he basically said, and the headline says, Sean Merriman, Phillip Rivers isn't an LA guy. It's a lot different.
Yeah.
So basically already saying that Phillip Rivers is not an LA guy, where he says he's a football player first, but the point is relocation is a B word for anyone with a family, no matter the career. That was what...
Especially if you've got 7 kids.
Yeah, that was what TMZ Sports said. But like I said before, it's what, a 3-4 hour drive from San Diego? It's probably the same thing from anywhere in Los Angeles to Los Angeles.
Well, it's the same distance to probably drive to Las Vegas. They like the Raiders.
Still making those 405 jokes, Mark, and they're going right over your head.
I know. I'm just saying, they like the fucking Raiders. They like the Raiders. Go drive to Vegas.
Oh, okay. True. You could do that. I mean, it is similar, but the only bad thing is the Raiders have a quarterback. Unless Derek Carr gets injured again.
No, that's what I'm saying. If
no,
you're
I'm saying
in LA,
Phillip Rivers can go play for
Phillip Rivers?
Yeah, could go play for the Raiders. I mean, could back up Derek Carr.
I think he's going to just grow out a beard and have a Amish farm or something like that.
Does he wear a bolo tie to his first press conference in L.A.?
Does he go to L.A.? Does he ever show up in L.A.?
But if he does he wear the bolo tie?
I think he would.
Do we see a bolo tie from Phillip Rivers? But this is where you guys come in. Let us know down below. What do you guys think of the move? San Diego fans will... Ex-San Diego fans. Because
San
now they're
Diego,
LA
you guys
fans.
don't have a team anymore. Sorry.
Residents of San Diego, I want to know what you guys think about the Chargers moving to Los Angeles, the city of angels. Let us know down below in the comment section. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that segment from the onside kick. If you think the fun stops there, you're wrong, because click the video right over here. What are you thinking? Come on. Click it. It's going to go away. It's going to go away. Bye, everybody.